Hello, and welcome to the Armory Review Show. How's it going, Naseem?
All good, man. All good. We're top of the league again. We belong. Had some awesome birthday presents. I think it was very Arsenal themed.
Happy birthday for last week.
Yeah, so
it's a shame. It's a shame we didn't get the win just before it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but I mentally prepared myself, although it still hurt. Losing at home, and yeah, mistakes cost us, and I think it's just young team. They need to learn from that mistakes, and I think I almost feel like the occasion got to them that they made those mistakes, and
they bottled a little bit under the pressure.
Yeah, and they just need to learn from that. And yeah, I won't give my answer on my thoughts on the league and where we'll end. I will wait for Morgan to drill me on that. And I think I'm prepared. I think I'm prepared for him. So yeah. What was your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, we know my thoughts on us winning the league. I think we do anyway. Yeah, I think it was a difficult game. I thought we might get beaten by City. We competed in the first half. We got pushed back in the second half. They pressed us really, really well, and they I would say that they forced us into making errors, especially for the second goal. I think the third goal was just, we were trying to get back into it and couldn't really, and they just I think the heads had gone by that stage. After the second goal, so yeah, it was a shame, but they're back to winning ways on the weekend, which was great.
Look, bottom line, you don't have to beat City to win the league, man. You just need to beat everybody else.
Yeah, that is true. They've had plenty of slip ups, including this weekend.
Yeah, and looking at that team, I'm sure there's more to come from them. I mean, we just need to reset. What's it, 15, 16 games left, and take it a game at a time. Up next, Leicester, when we take over Leicester.
One game at a time. That's what I like to hear.
Yep.
Great stuff. So, what we got coming up on the show? The usual sort of stuff, really. So, an anagram. We'll start off with one of those. The weekend results. Then we'll look at the fixtures in a bit more detail. The Blues after the Blues and the thriller at the Villa. Then we'll go to some audience questions, and then we've got a little quiz, and then we'll look at the week and the month ahead. And then we've got a prize. We'll announce the prize winner, the question of the show. So if you're in the audience, keep your questions coming in, and we'll go through them a little bit later.
Cool. We have.
So, don't forget Ronnie's podcast for all things about Arsenal. The link to that is on our Facebook site. And we'll start with the anagram, which is Mash Tulip. You got to the end of the show or near the end of the show, to try and guess that one, guys. So if you know it, just put it in the comment section, I guess, really. So I guess we better invite the guests onto the show, haven't we? So let's get Nigel on.
Nigel.
How's it, Nigel?
Hi, how's it,
Nigel? Everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, goodness. What a wonderful weekend. I was checking again when I was watching the game at work. I was thinking that, I'm on a miserable weekend again. But you know what? That's football. It will go down and it will suddenly go up again. So, but you know what? It makes it exciting, man. It makes it exciting. Who wants to see where we just run away with the league? I know we will accept that, but it makes football exciting, and that's why the English Premier League is the best football league in the world.
I think
So
so.
yeah, I'm buzzing, man. I'm so buzzing.
Also, I
Still
think we all
buzzing.
are a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We've also got Morgan, Leeds Morris.
Morgan, welcome.
Good evening, folks. I just want to say one thing. I'm not going to say anything tonight. I'm here for one purpose and one purpose only.
Well,
I have a question to pose to Naseem, and that's it. Nigel, the floor is yours. You may hold court for as long as you like. Alex, the graphics team tell me I can share it with you. The graphic team says I can do it. You can share the second screen for me if you want.
Okay.
Because we'll get Naseem. I'm gonna get to you.
I'm prepared, Morgan. I'm prepared.
Weekend results. We'll start off with the week results, which is Arsenal 1, Man City 3. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. We'll go on to the weekend results. We'll talk about Arsenal Villa in a second. Man City, Forest did us a favour, didn't they, really? And then Man United getting a big win in there, unfortunately. They're posing quite a threat at the moment. Chelsea's misery continues, thankfully. And Liverpool starting to hit a little bit of form, maybe. And then there's Everton. The Everton revival continues. And then
At Leeds' expense.
Yeah, Leeds' expense, unfortunately, for Morgan. And then we won't talk about that team in the bottom right-hand corner there.
Do you guys think Graham Potter is going to get the sack soon?
Well, wait. How long has he got left? How long do you think
know.
Graham Potter has got left?
One more game.
That is my question to you guys.
One more game.
I feel
sorry
for that man.
What do you say, Nigel?
Why do you want to let him? I don't want him to be sacked. I want him to stay there. He's doing a good job.
Much like David Moyes did a great job at Man United. He's doing a great job at Chelsea, isn't he, Graham Potter? I think long may his reign continue. I
don't know why I took their job.
Yes,
I think, shame, man. I feel like he's out of his depth and there are things out of his control. Yeah, no.
If Abramovich was in charge, do you think he would have gone already?
Yep. I
don't think he would have got the job in the first place. Surely.
Maybe not.
He did do a good job with Brighton. He did get Brighton to a very good place, though, didn't he? I mean, they looked actually very competitive this season.
They actually look better now.
Yeah. Someone's taken over that team that Potter's built and made it better.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and they've lost some of their best players as well, haven't they? I mean, everyone was talking about Bissouma. They lost him. They lost Mopé as well. Can't stand that guy, but they lost him. And I was thinking...
You got Trossard.
Yeah, then we got Trossard, but yet they're still okay. They didn't do it at the weekend against Fulham, but generally their form's been pretty decent.
I think we're heading into the second half of the year. We think where some of the clubs who've kind of probably exceeded expectations. I think they're also going to begin to feel the pinch of maybe small, limited squads. Poor Newcastle, just wouldn't let. No one could score against Newcastle. We could barely score against them, but and they're beginning to unravel a bit. Not unravel, just kind of letting it slip. So it's a tough part of the season, I think, for the smaller teams who don't have the biggest squads of a Man City.
So you're not talking about Arsenal in that comment?
No. We've got a bench now. For the first half until January, we did not have a bench. We have a bench now.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you guys think Sean Dyche is a long-term manager for Everton? let's say Everton stay up because they're looking all right again at the moment. Okay, they lost the Merseyside derby. I don't think many people expected them to win that. But do you think Sean Dyche is a long-term manager for Everton?
I'm going to leave that one to Nigel.
Yeah.
Is that Nigel?
Yeah.
Yep.
Naseem, you're going to have to answer that. I can't answer all the questions.
He's gone.
Nigel's gone.
Is he back?
He's coming
I
back.
think he's struggling there with load shedding and stuff.
I think Dyche can be.
Wait, I think the squeaking is in.
Nigel, we kind of have to mute you.
Yeah, probably. I think it is.
Yeah.
Nigel, we're getting feedback
Am I back?
from your side. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like really bad. I think
Oh.
Anyway, we'll just ask the question. Is Sean Dyche a long-term manager? Bear in mind that Sam Allardyce also rescued Everton at one stage, and then he was sacked pretty quickly afterwards because he didn't play the style of football that they wanted.
Yeah, I think someone's got to pick. Yeah, Naseem, you can have that one. I'm not going to answer all. Right.
I have to.
Yeah.
Nigel, your mic. There's a lot of feedback, and it's like killing our ears. What did I want to say? So Dyche, I think Dyche can do a job. I think he can be. I think he can get Everton to probably top 6, top 8, and that's about it. I don't think he can push them further than that.
Can anyone? It felt like Moyes was the guy. He kind of stabilized them and pushed them to the top half of the top half. Not quite top 4, but I don't know if it's a lack of ambition, lack of money. But yeah, it's a strange club that always seems to do worse than they could potentially. But I'm not sure if there's an.
Because we could have ended up with the guy who put all his money there, which was Usmanov, and we could have had him instead of the Crunkers, and that could have gone really sour for us, couldn't it? All those sanctions. So, but they've spent so poorly, though, haven't they, Everton? I mean, they have absolutely smashed money at very average players.
Yeah, and I think they kind of need that. I think Newcastle's going to be a template of some sort. Well, Man City have already been a template, where the clubs that aren't quite top 4 want to compete will need a lot of money. But Everton, I don't know. Everybody seems to think that Everton was doing a lot worse this season than the guys on the pitch. So yeah, but clearly they're finding kind of a second win in them, and are going to kind of escape again, pull off a great escape, possibly at Leeds' expense.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah,
so yeah. Do you think Liverpool are going to make top 4? Anyone?
Oh dear God!
They're only,
No,
they're only two. They've got 2 games in hand over Spurs, who are 4th, and they're only 7 points behind. So they could go with 1 point of current 4th spot. So when they
have to, it just means they have to win like 8 or 9 games, kind of, in a row in succession. And I'm not yet sure if they're there yet. They've won 2 out of the last 5, the last 2 games. So yeah, it's still, I hope they do well for Klopp's sake, but not sure what's going on there and how long this.
Do you think if he doesn't make Champions League, do you think he might go at the end of the season?
No.
That would be dumb for anyone to let him go.
They'll give him another season.
You think just 1 more?
Yeah. I don't know.
They have spent a lot of money, haven't they?
Yeah.
Nunes wasn't cheap. Diaz wasn't cheap. Their midfield, though, I think they made a bad decision letting Wijnaldum go, didn't they? But
I think they won't sack him if they make Europe, doesn't matter where, Europa, Champions League, they won't sack him for that. I think if they drop out of Europe, then he'll get the sack, but they'll stick with him.
Can you imagine how many of the other teams are kind of praying that they sack him, just so that they can pick him up? Yeah.
Of course. I mean,
That would be silly to sack him. Yeah. There's
The-
obviously structural problems there. There's structural problems there that need to be sorted. But yeah.
I wouldn't
Letting
want
him
him.
go.
I wouldn't want him to go to Chelsea.
Yeah,
can you
you'll
imagine
fix that side up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he
You'll
will.
fix
Yeah.
He's already got the players there as well, hasn't he? So that's
Yeah.
that's a worrying thing.
Look, jeez, Graham Potter
we
was
had
a
Nigel
weird
back. Welcome
decision.
back,
Oh, there we go. Hey, welcome back, Nigel.
Must
Hey,
load shedding, Nigel.
No. I'm not at work. I'm not at home. Sorry, man.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get on to the City. May as well get on to the City game now, shall we? Let's have a
I'm
chat
gonna-
about it. Let's have a look
Do
at the table. So we are top of the table, just in case you didn't know.
And I'm shocked. Can I just say I'm shocked that Naseem said where we deserve to be. I am absolutely. I assumed he meant fourth.
Wait,
I assumed he meant fourth.
Just, you do know I support Arsenal, right?
I'm not sure sometimes, right? But but we'll get there just now when we talk about the Man City game. I'm only here for the answer. That's all I am. I'm here on behalf of all the Arsenal fans that you have promised an answer to. So that's why I'm here.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, 2 points clear, game in hand. It is pretty tight at the top. Man United are knocking on the door.
Yep.
Who thinks that Man United are maybe a bigger threat than Man City?
Oh, that's a big
Yeah, I think they're more consistent than City. I mean, if you think where Man United was laying in the beginning of the season, they weren't doing quite well. But full credit to Man United, basically to be in the title race. I think I think they're very dangerous. I think if we're gonna start losing points, I think United has a chance of winning the league, because I told everyone the reason why we will win the league this season, because I think City, for the first time ever, they're inconsistent. By now already, they would have basically be first by how many points, and everyone would have said, "Look here, now City's going to win the league." But I think they're very, very inconsistent, and I think I'm very disappointed in them. Why is because they signed the best striker apparently in the world, right? And I thought, and everyone thought, that they're going to run away with the league because they got Ireland. But we actually first. So full credit to Arsenal. I mean, I whoever thought that we would have laid first by almost March. So I think a full credit to us. But I think Man United is very, very dangerous. I don't like saying that, but that's my honest opinion.
They've got a good squad of players, haven't they? And they've got they're starting to gel as a team, aren't they now?
Are they doing as well as they are simply because Rashford is scoring consistently? And yeah,
someone needs to put him back on. Someone needs to put him back on school dinners.
Yeah.
What will happen if Rashford get injured? I think they would worry about that, because I made a joke to one of my friends. I said, "What will happen if Rashford get injured?" He told me I must keep my mouth. I mustn't be bad luck.
I just want to disagree with Nigel about two things. One, I don't think Man City have been as inconsistent as United. I think United went through some weird results. They beat us early in the season and then kind of lost silly games after that. The points suggest that Man City have been 3 points more consistent than they have been. Man City just haven't been up to their usual selves. And when I say that, I can already see people are talking about it already. That people are going to say when Arsenal win the league, and Naseem, I said when, not if. When we win the league, there's going to be people are going to say it's only because Man City weren't themselves, which is absolute nonsense. When we win the league, it's because we're better than anyone else. So yeah, but
I agree.
the Man City when you have the best striker in the world, and you're not using him well, because that's the debate at the moment, that they're not using him for as much as he is capable of. That's on them. We were the better team. I'm gonna leave it there now.
Okay, let's look at the bottom of the table then. Leeds are in the drop zone, and we'll leave it there.
Why, Alex? There are like 8 teams above them you could have spoken about, but you have to go to Leeds.
Yeah. Sorry about that. West Ham in the drop zone. That is a little bit of a shock, is it?
No, I don't mind them going down. We can go fetch Declan Rice.
Yeah, I personally think they will stay up. I think Bournemouth will go down. I think Bournemouth, Leeds, and Southampton will go down.
Yeah, is it looking a dead certain for Southampton? Although they did get a win against Chelsea, didn't they? Which is I suppose anyone can win against Chelsea.
That was a shocker. Yeah. Can I talk about Leeds? Am I allowed to talk about Leeds?
Go on then. You can have your moment.
All I'm going to say is, as soon as they have a manager, yeah, they've got such good players in that squad. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what's going wrong there at the moment. They just are not able to play 90 minutes of football. That seems to be the only thing. Yeah.
It's because they go breakneck speed, don't they? They go 100 miles an hour for I don't know, a little bit of time, and then they just look knackered. Sorry, in the United game, I mean, they went at 300%, got 2 goals, and then they just looked dead for the second.
And the funny thing, in that first season back, they were able to run like madmen for 90 minutes. So someone needs to talk to the fitness coach there and say something's gone off here.
Would you take Beasler back?
Yes, at this stage I would.
I think they shouldn't have let him go.
No,
they shouldn't have let him go.
Yeah,
they shouldn't.
He developed a very attractive style of football at Leeds.
An insane style of football. Yeah. Whatever you say, I know, Alex, you like to point out that Wenger never coached the back 4 or anything like that.
No, neither did Beasler.
I don't think he knows that they exist. I just think he talks to there's the 5 and then just the other 6 guys. That's what he cares about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Enough about Leeds. Let's. They'll be in the Championship soon. Sorry, Morgan. Let's talk about the City game. Nigel, where did it all go wrong?
I think we got the tactics wrong in that game. You don't always have to play we played the same game as City, and I think that's why we lost. In the first half, yes, they played the same game, but I think when we were 1-1, I think you basically have to change the tactics. But we still keep going, and that's where over the place. We were all over the place because we need to change the tactic. We don't always have to play the same way against everyone, especially with the big teams. We played the same way as Man City, and they actually showed us that we can play better than you the same style. You understand? And
what style would you have gone with in the second half? What changes would you have made then in the second half to tactically or style wise to make it better?
Yeah, look, I would have changed Nketiah for Trossard, because Trossard basically he makes a lot of free kicks, and I think Nketiah was basically out of the game. Everyone could see that. Even if it was 1-1, you'd start missing chances. I think that change would have been there. Trossard brings basically he doesn't basically run like Martinelli. where Martinelli will basically run full stop, but always sometimes lose ball. You understand? We lost a lot of ball in that midfield, and I think that's where the mistakes came. Trossard would have, he could have picked up more ball. I think he would have come up earlier, wouldn't have been 3-1. But we just kept going. We just kept going, and that's why we lost. You see, with Saliba, what his mistake was, I don't know why he didn't pass what he sees. We could have gone back to the keeper, but we always have that mindset of going forward. He passed, even I don't know if you guys saw that. He passed forward, but his back was faced to the two players, and that's how we lost the ball. We don't always have to go forward. That's why I love Jorginho, because he basically slowed down the game as well. And I know it's his second game, but I'm telling you, that guy signing Jorginho is it's gonna be one of our best January signings. I'm telling you, that guy coming into the game and slowing the game down a bit is going to be very good for us for our title. And beating Man City in his own game, we must learn about that. We're not going to win them. That's why we never won them in ever since
11 games now.
Yeah,
it's
11
games.
a long time, isn't it?
We're still playing. We want to play like them, and we are playing like them, but we're not going to beat them in that game. We need to change our tactics when it comes against them.
Yeah. We were talking about Eddie Nketiah. Do you think, Morgan? Do you think he's in a bit of a rut now, and can he climb out of it?
I mean, I was one of his harshest critics. I was one of his harshest critics. I felt he didn't have. I mean, he's not Jesus. He's not bringing the same qualities as Jesus, but he did so well in that initial period where he was our go-to guy. But his limitations, unfortunately, have been shown up. And the poor boy, he did this amazing leap on Saturday, just kind of out jumped two huge defenders, but the poor boy cannot head the ball to save his life.
It's not the first header he's missed, is it? He missed two on Saturday, didn't he? And then
there was
one against
City. Offside. Yeah, there was one that would have been offside, regardless. But it was a terrible miss. He's just not. Yeah.
Say the words. He's just not good enough for Arsenal.
He isn't good enough for what we need at the moment. I think there are times where he's shown that he's got talent, that he's got gift, but he's not good enough at the moment. No, it's sad to say.
He's good when he's scoring, in my opinion. But when he's not scoring and the goals dry up, he doesn't have as much in his locker as Jesus.
No, that's one point I want to bring, Alex. It's not because he's a good striker, but it's because we don't have another striker to basically take him off and bring on another one. That is the issue we have right now. Because, I mean, who do we really swap him with? We don't have a natural striker at the moment. So,
and it can't be Trossard. Sorry, Nigel. It can't be Trossard. It can't be Trossard either, because he's not a central striker.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not the number 9. So yeah,
we had to buy another striker, but we can't, because for me it's almost like if we bought another striker, then Balogun's development is out the door. I feel, and that boy is doing well in France. He's the highest goal scorer. So if we bought another striker, then what's the use of sending Balogun out of loan? And his development is out the door. So we're taking a chance of not signing a striker, but lucky we have midfielders that can score.
No, see, and that's the thing. I think Nketiah, even in the games where he scores wonderful little goals, you can't say that game he influenced the game in the periods where he wasn't scoring. Where Jesus is the kind of guy, he either scores or he assists. Yeah. But he's done.
I really think. I think there's a lot of players are showing fatigue. and it actually shows.
I don't think he works hard enough to be fatigued. I just think he's not as great.
He runs
He's
a
not
lot.
as great. He does actually. I mustn't be nasty now. He doesn't. He's not as great a reader of the game, I think, as Jesus.
He's distance. He runs a lot. You can't say he doesn't.
I'm going to apologize, Nigel. I apologize for that, Nigel. I apologize for that.
He does run, and he's quite pacey, but his first touch isn't great. Nothing like Jesus' first touch. Jesus' first touch is absolutely sublime. And his passing ability, his vision, it's just not on par with Jesus.
Yeah.
And like I said,
how old is he? He's like 20 or something.
Yeah, he's still young.
23, is he? Is he 22, 23?
He's 23. But I would.
So I'm gonna make a crappy comparison, right? Look, you guys know Eddie Nketiah. I really don't think there might be talent in there somewhere.
I think
but it's just not there. The thing is, Saka is also 21, and Saka shows his potential. Odegaard's young. The whole team is young. So you can't really blame age when it comes to the Arsenal team. I mean,
listen, no, it's not the aging, but I'm going to nail you now. You keep blaming Martinelli for a lot more, and he's only 19.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I like Martinelli. I just think...
Should Martinelli have started?
No.
Yes.
So,
see? How not? That boy...
No, against City, we're still on the City game. Should he have started against City?
No, that boy has to start every game.
To put it this way, when Eddie missed those headers against, I think he missed 2 against Man City, I was wishing, I was like, damn, if Bentner was here, Bentner put those away.
Same man. Yeah.
Lord Bentner. Well, bring him back.
Alex.
I just don't think. Look,
yeah. On another point, I just think he brings Vieira very on late. What do you guys think? I think Vieira always gets 5-10 minutes. I feel they bring in that boy. I rate him a lot though. I don't know about you guys.
He actually had a pretty good game when he came on against Villa. To be honest, I thought he played really well. And maybe he's just coming on and getting played in the wrong position. I'm not sure. He gets played in a few different positions, doesn't he? He's like he never really slots into the same position every time. Sometimes he's played out on that right wing. Sometimes he gets subbed for Odegaard on the weekend. He got subbed for Xhaka, didn't he? Yeah. So he's played in a few different roles.
And a wonderful pass there for Martinelli at the end. That was
pitch perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, beautifully timed. Yeah.
I'd like to see Vieira and Odegaard on the field a lot longer together. I'd love to see that.
He needs minutes.
I know you just want to drop Xhaka. That's why.
No. Do you know what? It wasn't a bad swap though, was it? Xhaka for
it wasn't
for Vieira because Xhaka didn't have the greatest game, and I thought Vieira when he came on, I thought that might be his position. Now that Lukonga's gone out on loan, that's probably our backup for Xhaka now.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he can stay on loan for 10 years.
Look, Xhaka's
been a revelation. To get him back.
Xhaka's been a revelation this season. So
but he needs a break.
He did look off it on the last 2 games. Both games he did look off.
It's tiredness. It's tiredness.
Yeah.
But he doesn't comb his hair anymore. Xhaka don't even comb his hair anymore. You see how he looks? The hair is old.
He's too tired.
Yeah, shame. That guy for the past 5-6 seasons has taken a lot of work. And I would understand that he's a little fatigued.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Alex, can I ask Naseem the question now? Before you go, I don't want.
Not yet. I've got one more question that you can ask it.
I don't have a question. I need an answer.
One thing I'm going to touch on in the City game is defensive errors. Defensive errors literally cost us that game. Do we have enough quality at the back at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think that the defeat against City was for lack of quality. The stats suggest that we outplayed them. We made them. Yeah, for some reason they let us dominate possession, and so we outplayed them. So I don't think it's a lack of quality. I think there's just this little monkey on our back that's Man City, and even if we win the league, the idea that we can't beat Man City is just this little thing that's nagging at us, and the players just are a little more. The confidence they show against other teams is just a little lacking at the time. I think there's just a mindset that has to change. When Man City walk onto the field, they fear us, and these players have to think to themselves, "You buggers are going to be scared of us now." And I think Man City still has the psych advantage on us.
And not just the players, even
we
Arteta.
Can't say that
Arteta's even Arteta's different when he plays Pep.
I think it's the pressure of playing his teacher. Yes.
So it's not just the players.
Yeah, we can't talk down on our defense if we're laying first from the first month we started, and we're still first. You just not by luck, you understand? So you must have a good defense. Basically to lay first so long. I mean, it felt so weird that to lay second for 2 days.
It was. I could see all the Arsenal fans going, "That's it. That's the end. I'm going to switch off the lights now. The kids and the wife must go to bed. End of the season." Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I told my buddies, "Look here, it's a slump. Everyone could see we're in a slump. It's a slump, and we never had a slump. But you know what? We can. I'll be honest. I was worried that we might, because of last season's downfall, where we didn't make top 4. That was creeping in. You understand what I'm saying? But because of we're gonna talk about the Villa game for now. But what I'm saying is, because of this game, this team keeps showing us why they can do it and why we don't need to doubt. You understand? And yes, it's normal to doubt. It's normal as a fan. You cannot. You tell me a perfect fan that doesn't have doubts, then I don't know. There's something wrong with you. Yeah, Morgan.
So, no. Listen, everybody's been predicting the slump is going to come. I prefer the slump to have been now. It was perfectly timed because we had the cushion of points. The slump was going to come. You can't play like that. They're not the Invincibles. No one is the Invincibles anymore. So it was a fine time for the slump, but it doesn't mean it was going to be a free fall into top 4. When Naseem just is happy with top 4.
So now we're talking about slumps and title runs and things like that. It sounds like it's a perfect opportunity for you to ask your question, Morgan.
Go for
Naseem, I don't know even what question to ask him. I asked the question. He is determined, like a good politician, to not answer that question, but answer an entirely separate question. So I'm just going to say, Naseem, you have an answer in your mind. I don't know what the question is for that one. My question was, do you think Arsenal, do you believe yet that Arsenal can win the title? You said after Man City, you'll give an answer. I don't know what answer it's going to be.
I believe we can, yes. The quality is there in the team. We have the ability.
A good politician, man. Yo.
It's we can do it, and the Man City game proved it that we can. And the only problem is ourselves. I mean, the mistakes.
That's gonna happen. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna drop points.
And so we can do it. Yeah. Will I be throwing my toys out of the cot if we don't? No. And I know
how can you not?
But I mean, you know how some Arsenal fans are. If we don't win this league and they believe it so much, we are going to win this league, and we don't do it, and then they're going to get on the team's back for not winning it. And saying, well, we shouldn't.
Yeah, but
I will be
our
very,
original
very
target was
sad.
Oh, of course. I mean, being
It
sad
wasn't,
is
no,
okay,
no.
but
No, not sad. I will be very, because I think if we don't win the league this season, whatever
Hard.
happened last season, the falling out of the top 4 was hard. If we don't win the league this season, our confidence is gonna take such a huge knock.
actually, I
And
don't
so
think so.
No,
for
I don't
better
think
or
so.
worse, we
I
still,
don't think so. I think
Okay.
it's
No,
going to
Morgan, I
drive
don't
us
think
on.
so. You know what?
It's going to have the opposite
Our
effect.
original target, and they have, and remember, if you when you play for a club, all of you guys played. Do you have an original target for the season, right?
Target's top 4.
So the original target was to make top 4. That was the original target of the club, right? We laid first.
agree.
It's overachieving. So I don't think it will take a knock, because if you say that we had a slump, we missed out on top 4 last season, right? I think
That
it's
hurts.
more of a motivation. Because last year we missed it. We missed out on top 4. That would have knocked us for this season and put doubts in our mind that we can't make top 4, right?
Yeah.
So that will be more of a motivation. So that motivated us to give more this season, and that's why we're laying first. Yes, we signed brilliant players, and we needed that because we needed players that knows how to win. We never had that. We always signed good youngsters, but they weren't experienced and didn't know how to win. And now we have players like Jordino, Jesus, Zovchenko, all those players, they know how to win, not just to win the league, but how to win the Premiership. So
Nigel and Naseem, I agree with you that top 4 was our goal after losing out so poorly last season. I agree with you, top 4 is our goal. But when you now so close, and I could see in the way the players celebrated those that win against Villa, there was kind of like, we can do this. And I think
obviously, I believe
when you come this close to it, and everything seems to be falling in our favor, the miracle goal from the former Arsenal player who decided to give us a header. Nketiah can't hit the ball in. The goalkeeper will hit the ball in for us. The way we won that game, there is an enthusiasm and a belief that we can do this. And I would hate to think that it knocks the winds out of our sails when we don't win it. But to be so close and then to lose it, that could hurt.
Can I say something on the own goal? I don't know if you guys agree. It might sound silly.
Well, Martinez is playing for Arsenal again.
It was beautiful, people. Back of the head. You don't even look where the goal is. It is a stuff. Yeah.
I just think they really need to change the rules on the own goal. Because, like example, if you kick a ball into the goal, then that's an own goal. If you hit it in your own goal, right,
what's different from the head to the rest of the body?
Look, well, listen to me. He took a shot, right? He took a shot and hit the ball, but he hit the back of his head, but he didn't know, right?
Yeah.
He didn't know. It's not that he headed it in. So for me, that would be stand for Jordino. Because
I don't think the guys who score own goals plan to score their own goals either. They often don't know.
I preferred it as an own goal. I preferred Martinez to get that own goal.
Guys, remember this. You know what's an own goal? Lauren running all the way back from the halfway line, he goes score into his own goals. That is an own goal.
We'll touch on the Villa game then now. Then, so as soon as we're there, we did dominate that game, and I think we definitely deserved to win it. Lots of shots. Early mistake from Zinchenko. Does he give the ball away a little bit too much? Do you think in dangerous areas?
Just the way he plays. It's just how he plays.
Not really though.
It wasn't a dangerous area technically, was it? It was like halfway in the Villa.
Yeah.
half. It
But
was
also in
there
the-
was a
the
big gap
halfway line.
behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a big gap behind him. But yeah,
Yeah, fair
he
enough.
more than
I
made
don't
up
think
for
it's
it.
his.
Yeah.
I
First
don't
goal for
think it's
him as
his
well.
fault.
wasn't
Yep, first ever Premiership goal, eh?
it? Yeah.
And a lovely finish by the Villa player, that first Arsenal goal. We have to give him credit as well for, yeah. I have to just say, when you do well, you do well.
Yep.
Listen here, and that thing about
Thoughts on-
Zinchenko, just
no,
want to
wait,
say this in
thoughts- wait,
Zinchenko's
wait.
defense.
Thoughts on Jorginho. Everybody,
Yeah, go on. Man of the match?
yep, everybody had an issue with signing Jorginho. And in the last two games, even against City, he did well against City. He got man of the match on Saturday. What's your thoughts on him? You change your mind that he's actually a good signing?
I thought do you know what? When we signed him, I thought he was a good signing, and then I don't know. The first time I saw him, maybe I thought I'm not so sure about him, and that was the start. That was the start of our rut a little bit, wasn't it? And but then I think he actually did have a reasonable game against City. I think he was probably one of our better players actually, and then I think he was the best player on the pitch against Villa. So do I think it was a good purchase? I think he was a fantastic January purchase, and I think that he has the right attitude and the experience to carry us over the line potentially when Partey gets injured.
Yeah. It's so great to have players who've won the league title before and have been top of that league, because they bring a totally different mindset. It's not just imagining it. It's just and I think that has been that's going to be crucial for us this season.
I think he's the right man. A thunderbolt from Saka earlier on. Do you guys reckon he's going to be our top scorer?
Saka. Probably.
How many goals has he scored so far? It's not that many.
I think
It's
it's 9.
not.
Yeah, I think
We're not even in double figures.
I think
Yes.
is going to be our top scorer.
You think Nketiah is going to be our top scorer?
How many goals has Jesus got? I have to check this. How many goals
Not
has
many. I think he's
Jesus
only got
got?
about 5, hasn't he? But he's created loads, hasn't he? What he lacks in his finishing ability, he certainly makes up for in his qualities outside of just scoring goals.
Yeah. I have a feeling when he comes back, he's going to catch up to Nketiah. I think he's already past Nketiah, possibly. And
Yeah,
I think Nketiah is going to score goals against. Yeah, he should get a couple more. How long before Jesus comes back? It looks like he's practicing already.
Even Trossard has more goals
weeks.
this season than Nketiah.
Easter Sunday, won't it?
Yeah, but he never started, eh? He only started now since
Nketiah was playing at
Jesus got
Brighton.
injured.
He's got 1 goal for Arsenal, so he scored 7 goals in a Brighton team as a midfielder. How much games has Eddie Nketiah played this season?
Yes, he's played quite a few, I think. Everything since the World Cup, he's played pretty much 90 minutes in every game since the World Cup, hasn't he?
Yeah, but
So
he did score a
Eddie
lot.
Nketiah's got 21 appearances this season. 12 of the 21 is as a sub. He's got 4 goals.
So 9 starts, 4 out of
goals.
9. Remember, there was a time when that was before Haaland and everybody else, where you scoring a goal every second game was considered, quite good.
Yeah.
But he's also missed a lot of big chances as well. A lot
With
of
his
big
head.
big chances.
With his head.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's a striker.
Yeah, I think he can go on loan.
I think he can get sold.
Should we swap him with Balogun, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
Balogun,
swap him
yeah.
with Balogun, yeah.
I say we get Ollie Watkins. And Odegaard is just 1 goal behind. Odegaard, Martinelli, they all just 1 goal behind Bukayo as well. So there's still lots of goals in the team.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we go on to audience questions? Because
there's
we're
not a
running out of
lot.
time, aren't we?
Yeah, there's not a lot. Here's one. Newcastle top 4 challenge finish. Will Newcastle end in the top 4?
I think they've got a game in hand over
never-
Spurs as well, haven't they? So they could go above Spurs straight away with the game in hand. But
I think they've got four draws in the defeat at this stage. So, yeah, they need to start winning again.
I'd like for them to be on the ropes a little bit when we play them away, because I think they'd be quite tough away from home. They were last season,
Yeah.
weren't they? They really hammered us last season. So
I never predicted them to be in the top 4 anyway. So
Okay. Here's a question from this guy. Eden Ketia or Ollie Watkins?
Watkins.
On your own question.
Watkins, Rice or Tielemans?
Rice or Tielemans, Madison
Rice.
or Sambi?
Madison, is that even a question? Madison or Sambi?
Man.
Unless you're talking about some other sort of Madison, then it's got to be Madison, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah. And next one is thoughts. What was your thoughts on Martinelli coming on as an impact player? I'm assuming this is against Villa.
Yeah. Works better for me. Works better as an impact player. I think he was running out of ideas. And I think Trossard is a better creator. He's got more ideas. He's two-footed. And Martinelli is that guy that you bring on after playing against Trossard for 70 minutes and your brain's a bit fried, Martinelli's the guy that comes on and just runs past you and you go, oh my God, I want to die. I thought it worked really well. Trossard starting against City in the FA Cup away game. Trossard starting against City and Martinelli coming on. I think
that's
got the best out of
you
both
can
players.
use them. Yeah, for me, both the starters though. For me, it's both the starters is basically when you use them, different tactics. You don't always have to use the pacey guy in every game.
No.
I'd like to see him. I think he should have changed it up when he brought Martinelli on. Was take Eddie Nketiah off and put Martinelli in the middle. Just see how that works.
Why does Eddie not being subbed? What the hell? What's going on? It is not.
It is our finisher. It is our finisher. That's what he's there for. But clearly everybody else around him seems more capable of scoring at the moment.
Okay, last question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no one there's not a natural striker to replace Eddie, so it's a bit difficult. That's why he's playing till the end.
Naseem, is this your twin?
So
yeah.
Your double function.
Does Eddie belong at Arsenal?
Come, don't. No, wait.
Can we do Guna? Can we do Guna Matters question?
Wait.
Can we do Guna Matters? There's the question. We should answer this.
Well, this one here. Here, go on. Go on, Nigel. No,
you in the hot seat, Nigel.
Go on, Nigel.
I think it's his heart. That's not his mouth or his brain. It's his heart that stopped. Nigel, don't you want to answer that? Yeah.
No.
I think so, Nigel.
Who's this now? Can you hear me?
Come on, Nigel.
This is the perfect. I'm going to advise all politicians when you don't know the answer. Just say, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay. No, man, you guys are breaking up, so I do apologize. Okay, it's not about hating on Arteta. I think that discussion needs to end, basically. It's basically where the club was before, and the way we were basically from.
Is he frozen?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nigel, I know you can move your head. We can see you breathe. Nigel's frozen.
think that might be it. Morgan, you answer that question.
I think they're still waiting for the wheels to come off, and I think Arsenal not winning the title this season because he has raised our ambitions way earlier than we thought, and I think there are a lot of Arsenal Arteta haters still just waiting for the wheels to come off so they can say, yes, we told you. He's not ready to take us there yet. Yeah.
I'm not gonna
That's
mention
all I'm gonna
names.
say.
I'm not gonna mention names. Who? We're not gonna mention names.
Wolfie. Right. Moving on, guys. Next is the quiz. Did anyone get the anagram, by the way?
No.
Mash tulip.
Nope.
Any ideas, Nigel?
Anybody?
Say again. Just repeat the question.
The anagram on the screen at the moment. Mash tulip. Any ideas? Anyone in the audience want to put it up?
No, Warren is in here. Warren would have got this. Can I show the answer?
Yeah, go on, share the answer. Let's beat them to it. Alan Smith. Surprised no one got that one.
Oh my God.
Right, next question. Right, the Arsenal's biggest Premier League win by number of goals scored rather than margin of win over Leicester City would come in a 6-1 victory at Highbury on the 26th of December 2000. 4 different players would score for the Gunners that day. Which of these players in the starting 11 did not score? A. Thierry Henry, B. Robert Pires, or C. Freddie Ljungberg?
Freddie Ljungberg.
I know the answer, so
we all know the answers. Anyone in the audience?
No.
Can we give Gunnar Matters a Jolton or Jitan or Mariano? Anyone? Maybe.
Anyone that's still watching want to hazard a guess?
No.
I'm guessing.
Gunnar Matters
is
Robert Pires.
The answer is
it is.
yes.
Oh, well, I was wrong.
Right, next question. Okay, who am I? I was part of the Invincibles team, but left for Leicester at the end of the 2003-2004 season. I would, however, only stay at what is now the King Power Stadium for 6 months, joining Reading in January 2005. I retired at the end of that season. Who am I?
Is it Sol Campbell? No? Am I wrong?
Anyone in the audience?
No, Sol Campbell stayed. Shit.
Leicester players.
So he left after the Invincible season.
Yeah.
It's a
long time ago, eh? 20 years.
Is that Lauren?
He's a pundit now. Quite a big pundit.
Now.
For BT Sport. Well, I suppose you get BT Sport where you are, do you?
What is BT Sport? We don't know what it is, Alex. We don't know. We know Sky. We know BBC.
No, BT Sport is good. That's
big,
big, bruh. BT Sport.
That's where all the Champions League stuff is and Europa League.
Yeah, I think it's Colatoria.
Torre, right. The answer is Martin Keown. He's back in the answers again this week. Good on Martin Keown.
See,
yeah.
I can't remember guys. I can't remember him leaving for Leicester.
He was only there for 6 months, So
Cool.
Yeah,
right.
that's why
Weeks ahead. What we got coming up? Leicester.
3 home games, 2 away.
4 out of 12. How many are we going to get out of 15? Is it going to be another win?
Yeah. So much for your 15 out of 15, eh?
Yeah, it didn't work out too well. I'm never doing that ever again.
You jinxed that one.
Alex, that's 15 out of 15.
I think the next 5 games is 3 home games and 2 away games, if I'm correct.
And what I would say is, there they are. They're all pretty winnable games, I would say.
Yeah, we just need. I just want us to batter Everton. Jeez.
Everton again.
Oh, I think I have the last one wrong. Yeah, sorry. I think I have the last one.
Leicester would be at the top. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Leicester is the last game in January. Let me just quickly correct that. I apologize about that, folks. The graphics team occasionally, the fact checker got it a little wrong there.
Yeah, we get the idea. It's fine. How many are we going to get out of 50? I'm not even going to say it.
You don't answer. You don't answer.
Nigel, you answer.
Yeah, I think. I think it all depends on the Leicester win. If we can win away at Leicester, I think we will win the next home game that's coming. So it all depends on, because if we're gonna draw against Leicester, the mentality might be a little bit doubtful again. But obviously, they showed us again on the Villa. If they can do another Villa, I will be happy at Leicester. But Leicester is no. I know they lost against who did they play again? United. But I think they played at Old Trafford, if I'm correct.
Hi guys, I have to apologize. The table has changed a little bit, so the fixtures have changed.
Are we
a
not
little
first
bit.
anymore? Are we second?
No, we still don't worry. We still first. I think there's just been a change in. There's just a change in. We were gonna play 5 games in March. They've now reduced it to 4. So so there's just a little bit of a
playing this.
Yeah.
So I say we can get all 3 points in the next 5 games if we can go on a run again. I say.
Are you saying 15 points? That's quite dangerous.
Yes.
Don't do that again.
It depends. It depends on the Leicester game.
Yeah.
What the result they're gonna be.
Oh, I love the way you guys are such good politicians. We will get it, but it all depends. I'm gonna go 15 on the. I think these are
15, Morgan. Okay.
This is 15 in the bag. I will take 13. I will take 13 because again, I think expecting them to win 5 games
Where are you gonna draw?
In 6. I'm gonna say Crystal Palace just for the hell of it.
At home?
No. Let's say Fulham just for the hell of it. I think we have to drop points.
Yeah, Fulham looking good, aren't they?
Yeah. I won 15, but again, the team is gonna drop points. Every team is gonna drop points. We're gonna do it. So 15 out of 15 is just asking a little bit too much, I think.
Sorry to bring this in. I think United's gonna drop points this weekend against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope so. Right. Next up, that is the fixture list. So Tottenham Chelsea, a London derby there. That could be 0-0 and 10 red cards. That'll be happy with that. I can't see Bournemouth beating Man City.
Hey, did you imagine Nottingham Forest drawing against Man City?
No, that is true. No, stranger things have happened. Bournemouth could beat Man City. I can't see it happening personally, but and it's the Carabao Cup final, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's
that could be why the game.
Newcastle Man United, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why that game is postponed.
Come on, Newcastle. Newcastle.
Newcastle have got, if I look at things, the cup final man himself, Karius in goal.
For Newcastle
goalkeeper. Yeah, they've got to play Karius, haven't they? Because Pope's,
because the keeper.
Pope got a red card, didn't he? And then
for hanging the ball.
Yeah, Dubravka's cup tied because he played for Man United in the cup, and then so they've got to go with Karius, who's the third keeper. Yeah, so
I thought you were talking about the tennis player.
Why would you sign that guy?
What, Karius? I don't know. Because he's ex-Liverpool and he probably hates Man United. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, I'll be interested. I'm not sure if I think Casemiro's back, isn't he, for that final? Unfortunately, I think he's missed. He's done his 3-game ban now, wasn't he?
Just a question, Alex. Do you guys know anything about our centre back signing, Kiwior?
No.
I was.
Not really. I know his girlfriend's like some twerking champion, isn't she? Other than that, I don't really know that much about him, to be honest. I mean, I guess he's the backup for Gabriel, isn't he? But maybe we'll see him maybe we'll see him in the
Europa League. Yeah. Because we're supposed to play. Are we playing Europa League in March? I assume so.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
What about Gunnar Matters? Did you just say Karius did well for Liverpool in a cup? He didn't lost the Champions League.
You literally lost them the Champions League final single-handedly.
Same, man. Same.
Poor Karius.
I will not mock goalkeepers. I will not mock goalkeepers. The hardest job on the field, I will not mock them ever. Except the guy who scored the header against Villa the other day.
How have we been doing against Leicester recently?
Quite well.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, 4 wins and we haven't lost to them since 2020. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Let's continue with that winning streak. So that leads us to the predictor. Nigel,
we score more than one goal at least.
What's your prediction?
Just give me a second, Nigel. I just want to give me a second here, just to get on to Nigel. There we go. That way, Nigel, or the other way around.
You're jinxing it now. Now 3-1 to us.
I'm gonna agree with Nigel on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 2 now to Arsenal.
Okay. We missed that. Alex,
been a while.
I missed it.
George isn't here, so Naseem.
Have we lost Naseem as well?
No, I'm here. 1-0, eh? No, I lie, not 1-0. I'm gonna follow Alex here.
Oh yeah.
2-0.
There we go. Going to matters, so Eddie Brace.
No, Eddie Brace, you are right.
Just to put us all in our place, good matters. Just to put us all in our place. Yeah.
No, he might be right. I mean, that's football.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, you never know. Don't forget to go on our website and play the predictor game. Who's on the leaderboard at the moment? I'm going down and 17th. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And Sachin Nagia is still at the top. Well done, Sachin.
We even got the Man City score right. Whoa.
He sold us out in his soul. He sold us out in his soul.
Literally his fault for our loss. Fully responsible. Right. Audience questions. Who got the winning question, Naseem?
Winning question. I'm actually gonna give it to Gunnar Matters.
Yeah.
That one. Those Arteta haters made a U-turn.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Well done, Glenwyn. Go pick up your prize from Warren. There is a choice of prizes, which is the beer glasses, the beanie, or the Pirates voucher. So take your pick out of those. Get in touch with Warren about that. Cool. Right. Don't forget Ronnie's podcast. You'll get the link from that on our Facebook site. And that is it. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show. And thanks to the audience.
We're going to win the league.
And for your questions. We're going to win the league.
Yes, we are, people. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Naseem, I'm sorry to disappoint you that we're gonna. It's still a top 4. It's still a top 4. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks, guys. We'll
Cheers,
see you
mate.
again next
Thank
week.
you, guys.
Cheers.
No
Alright,
problem.
bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.